checking on a patient upstairs. I'll be down shortly.
Give a quick little diagnosis, Willie.
Right.
Don't want to be late for the party. I'm dying to see the inside of that house. Oh, good evening.
Hello.
I'm Mrs. Chumley.
That was my name. L.O.P. Let me give you one of my cards. If you should want to call me at this number. Not that one, that's the old one.
Thank you. Is there something I can do for you?
What did you have in mind?
Well, you seem to be looking for someone.
Actually, I am. I went off without Harvey. Did you see him anywhere?
No. Harvey, is he a patient here?
Oh, no, nothing like that.
Well, does he work here?
Oh, no, he's what you might call my best friend. He's also a puka. He came out here with me and Vita this afternoon.
Well, where was he when you last saw him?
Well, he was right there in that chair with his hat and coat on the table.
Well, there doesn't seem to be any hats and coat there now. Perhaps he left?
Well, apparently, I don't see him anywhere.
What was that word you just said?
Yes, that's it.
Is that something new?
Oh, no, as I understand, that's something very old.
What does it mean? It's obviously I've never heard that before.
Well, I'm not too surprised at that. I hadn't heard it until I met Harvey. I do hope you get the chance to meet him, though. I'm sure he would be quite taken with you.
Oh, really? That's very nice of you to say so.
Not at all. If Harvey happens to like someone, he expresses himself quite definitely. If he's not particularly interested, he sits there like an empty chair or an empty space on the floor. Harvey takes his time making his mind up about people. He's choosy, you see.
Well, that's not such a bad way to be in this day and age.
Well, Harvey's fond of my sister Vita, and that's because Harvey's fond of me, and Vita and I are from the same family. Now, you'd think that feeling would be mutual, but Vita doesn't seem to care too much for Harvey. That's too bad, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know, Mr. Dowd. I gave up a long time ago expecting my family to like my friends. It's useless.
But we must keep trying.
Well, there's no harm in trying, I suppose.
Because if Harvey has said to me once, he said to me a million times, Mr. Dowd, I would do anything for you. Miss Chumley?
Yes?
Did you know that Miss McElhenney's Aunt Rose is going to drop in on her unexpectedly tonight from Cleveland?
Why, no, I didn't.
Neither did she. Now, Harvey told me about her Aunt Rose, and that is an interesting little news fact you are free to pass along. Would you care to come downtown and have a drink with me?
Thank you very much, but I'm waiting for Dr. Chumley, and if he came down here and found me gone, he'd be liable to raise, oh, he'd be irritated.
Well, we wouldn't want that, would we? Some other time, maybe.
I'll tell you what I'll do, however.
What would you do, however? I'm interested.
If your friend comes down here while I'm still here, I'll give him a message for you.
Would you do that? Oh, I'd be certainly appreciative.
No trouble at all. I'll write it down in this. Now, anything in particular you'd like me to tell him?
Tell Harvey to meet me downtown if he has no other plans.
Meet Mr. Dowd downtown. Any particular place downtown?
Harvey knows where. He knows this town like a book.
Harvey, you know where? Harvey what?
Just Harvey.
I'll tell you what.
What?
Doctor and I are going right downtown to 12th and Mountain. Dr. McCourt's having a cocktail party.
A cocktail party at 12th and Mountain View.
Yeah, we're leaving here in a few minutes. You could give your friend a lift to town if you like.
Well, I hate to impose, but I would certainly appreciate that.
No trouble at all. Dr. McCourt's having a cocktail party for his sister in Wichita.
I didn't know Dr. McClure had a sister in Wichita.
You know Dr. McCourt?
No. Are you sure you haven't any time to come downtown with me?
Oh, no, I really couldn't. Thank you just the same.
Some other time, I suppose.
Yeah, of course, thank you.
Well, I must be going. Be sure to look out for Harvey. You can't miss him. He's very tall. Like that. Good evening.
Good evening.
This Simmons woman is being uncooperative, Doctor. She won't admit it's her that sees this brown rabbit. She keeps insisting it's her brother. Now, give her 2 of these at 9 and another at 10. If she continues to be so restless, then another trip to the hydro tub at 8 and 1 in the morning at 7. Then we'll see if she won't cooperate, won't we, Doctor?
Yes, Doctor.
Good. Now, you both know where to reach me if you need me. Ready, pet?
Yes, Willie. Oh, and Willie?
What?
There was a man here earlier. A man named Dowd. Elwood P. Dowd.
That was Mrs. Simmons' brother. I gave him full visiting privileges. He's looking around now.
No, she mustn't see anybody tonight. Not anyone at all. Tell him.
Yes, Doctor.
He didn't ask to see her. He was looking for someone, some friend of his.
And who could that be, Dr. Sanderson?
I don't know.
He said it was someone he came out here with this afternoon.
Was there anyone with Dad when you saw him, Miss Finn?
No, not when I saw him, Doctor. Well, he said there was. He said he last saw his friend sitting right there in that chair with his hat and coat. He seemed quite disappointed. Dr. Sanderson, I told him that if we located his friend, to give him a lift into town. He could ride in the back seat. Was that all right, Willie?
Yes, of course, of course.
He said his friend's name was Harvey. Harvey? Yeah, he didn't give me a last name. He said something else about him. Hookah. But I didn't get what that was.
Harvey.
He said his friend was very tall. Why are you looking at me like that, Willie? He was a very nice, polite man. And I merely told him we'd give his friend a lift into town. And if we can't do a favor for someone, why are we living?
Where did he go, Miss Chumley? Where did you see him last?
Oh, Willie.
Get me that hat. By George, I'll find out about this.
I don't know where he went. It was just a second ago.
Main gate. Henry, Dr. Sanderson. Did a man in a brown suit go through the main gate? He did? He's gone?
Judge Gaffney, this is William Chumley, the psychiatrist. I'm calling to make a routine checkup on a spelling before we enter it into our records. Now, Judge, you called to have a client committed out here this afternoon. How do you spell that name? Ah, with a W, not a U. Elwood P. Dowd. Well, thank you, Judge. Dr. Sanderson, I believe that's it, right, Dr. Sanderson?
Yes, Dr.
Well, you know that much, do you? You went to medical school, you specialized in the study of psychiatry, you graduated and you went forth. Perhaps they neglected to tell you that a rabbit has 2 large pointed ears, and a hat for a rabbit would need to be perforated on top so his ears could fit through.
That would seem pretty reasonable enough this afternoon, Doctor.
Doctor, the function of a psychiatrist is to be able to tell the difference between those who seem reasonable and those who are reasonable. Do you know what you have done to me? Don't answer, I'll tell you. You have permitted a psychopathic case to walk off these grounds and roam these streets with an overgrown brown rabbit. You have subjected me, a psychiatrist, to having the humiliation of having to call, of all things, a lawyer to come down here and tell us who came out here to be committed and who came out here to commit.
Dr. Chumley,
Just a minute. Wilson, I want you. I will now have to do something I haven't done in 15 years. I will go out myself, and I will bring that man back to the sanitarium where he belongs. And when I do, your connection with this institution is ended as of that moment. Wilson, get the car. In fact, call from Kurtzman, tell them he can't make their cocktail party tonight. Miss Kelly, come upstairs with me, and we'll get the woman out of the hiding tub.